Hello, welcome to this voice-overed video from earlier in this year where I turned these two little pocket knives into one good pocket knife for my good friend Bazza. The spring inside the better one, this one, had broken, and the spring inside this other one with the very awful scales was okay, so I took them both apart so we can get rid of this floppiness. Hello Charlie. Charlie's come to watch what I'm doing. Bit of dremeling, a little bit of levering. They were quite fiddly to get apart. The pins securing them were very, very hard. And I managed to find some equally hard brass rod with which to put them together, as you will see shortly. There was actually quite a lot more banging and prizing and grinding than I am showing here, because it was getting boring for me. Let alone you. Charlie's back. I don't want to play ball, I'm doing a video. Now everyone knows you're here to play ball. The holes in the MDF gave me somewhere to support the body of the knife and hammer the pins through without distorting the brass sheet, though I'm sure it's pretty tough. Polished up nice, considering these little knives are, I'm guessing, decades old. They look 1960s or 70s to me. That's the spring, very rusty, been in a wet pocket. Maybe an otter owned it, I don't know. Bit of wire wool cleaned it all up perfectly well. And there are the components ready to be reassembled. If only I'd known then just how fiddly this was going to be. Some brass rod from Amazon was perfect for making the new pins that the knife blade and the screwdriver bottle opener hinge on. Quick cut off wheel to the rod. What you can't tell here, because I lowered the sound, is I was getting a very hot finger and saying as much, not necessarily using child-friendly words. That's a little watchmaker's hammer. That's really cool. It's great for tapping things in without causing any damage. Quick layout of the parts here just to make sure I'm not going mad and I do it correctly. So I used this block of oak and drilled out corresponding holes for the two brass plates so I could put the new pins into it. Holding it all down with steel rule to try and get the two sides together. It was quite a job to line up all four pins at once. And here comes some fun. Spring in. One. That was an easy off, that one. As I say, I did this in February and it's whee! There we go. Like a game of Frogger. It's July now. I can barely remember yesterday, let alone this. Holding it down nice and tight. What I really needed was another pair of hands, or a better jig. That's the anvil end of the vise. A little bit of peening over. They only need a small amount of mushrooming to stop them going through. And to be honest, I couldn't really see. And that's pen on my fingers, by the way. There were no injuries during the making of this video. I think in hindsight I could have made them the correct length before fitting them. again, what I don't show is this is not the first go. There were multiple goes to get this right. Again, learning and experimentation. You go to school, as Jimmy DiResta would say. Now this bit with the masking tape is so I can transfer little divots, because there's a divot in the back of the scale there. I think it's the divot there. No, that's the one that goes all the way through, just to open the hole up. And a little bit of superb O3A super glue, cyanoacrylate, that's the one. It's cracking stuff, you know. No, it's not crack, it doesn't crack. It's really good stuff. And the image on the back of one of them was very faint. They're kind of engraved and then infilled with paint. I did retouch it a little bit with paint and clean it off a bit, just to try and improve it somewhat. But I wasn't going to try and enhance the engraving. That would have been a bit too much of a challenge for my eyes. Tappity, 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 tappity. Hey Charlie, Charlie's back. It's about 27 degrees outside and he wants to play ball. That's centigrade, Celsius, not Fahrenheit. It's too warm. I think I used a bit of super glue here because I chipped the face a little and I wanted to secure it when I was pushing the pin through from the other side. It seems to be quite fragile material. Now, I think it's plastic, it's not mother of pearl. Quick trim of the securing pivot pin that holds both sides together. Quick tidy up with a tiny file, a needle file. If you know why they're called needle files, let me know in the comments. I don't know. Tiny punch, I'm going to try and mushroom the top of this just a little bit more. Doesn't take a lot to hold it all together. If you like the ring, by the way, available on the Yetch store from Simone Yetch. And if anyone knows where I've put my large punches, please let me know in the comments below. I have no idea where they've gone. It's remarkable that I needed such a large hammer to have any effect on peening these brass rods over. There we go, that looks alright. Do you know, I think we're done. Like and subscribe if you will. Thank you very much for watching.